Okay, guys, maybe I got enough memory on my phone this morning. Nothing in that one right there, which is fine. That's a junkie trap. But here's a nice one here. Probably like a part hamp. You got a bunch of white on the front of him. Big old nice hog. Yeah, baby. And then we got one right over here. We'll get him out, or her, whatever it is, sitting here and chewing the ropes off my trip line off my trap. Meaner than a firecracker. All right, let's see what we can do here. The wind's blowing. I'm trying to use my microphone again, so hopefully that's going to work. We'll see. But I mean, everybody keeps telling me maybe hogs are different somewhere else. I think they're probably about the same. Oh, this is a big sow. This is a big sow. Yeah, this is a big sow. You're chomping them old teethers. That's not why I'm saying it's a sow, but just because she had been nursing at one time. See this thing? There we go. It's got a little bit crooked on me. All right. Now, let's see if we can get this dude loaded up without too big of an incident. Man, I need to let this side down. There we go. There we go. I'll figure it out here one of these days. All right, guys. Beautiful morning this morning. I need to go move some traps. This is my youngest. This is my youngest granddaughter's birthday today. Her first birthday. Henley, happy birthday, baby. I love you. Love all my grandkids. I have 8 grandkids, and they are so awesome. And they have awesome parents. I'm so proud of my kids. I have my oldest is daughter, and then a son, and their son. 3 boys and a girl, and we are so proud of them. They all work hard, and they don't help me with the pigs though. No, they all got their own lives now, and I'm so proud of them, and they're doing really good. Anyway, let's get this turned around here and get this. Here we go. Oh yeah, she is not happy with me at all. She is not happy at all. Let's see. All right, guys, let me get backed up here. We'll get her out of there. Great day. I got a busy morning. Tried to get all this done. I got to go move a big trap. Well, it's on wheels, one of my drop traps. But I got to get all that done, and I really need to leave or not. I got another man, the guy who had him in his yard. He's really wanting me to get over there. I threw some corn out, and it didn't look like to me they had messed with it. But he's saying they're there, so, which I mean, I have seen where they rooted his yard up the other day. Ooh, baby, you gonna bring the trap to me, ain't you? Look at the big old ears on that old thing, man. That is some satellites right there. Satellite dishes. She could knock you. This thing, boy, if they ever knocked you off your feet, you'd be in trouble. You know? And hogs are kind of like old chickens. If they ever got the taste of blood on you, man, I don't know what they'd do, you know? They can be vicious. Now watch out, baby. I ain't even gonna have to back up. You're just gonna knock the trap all the way to the pickup. Yo, sucker. You mean old thing. This is where you gotta be careful, because you get down here putting these straps on, and they'll knock this trap and hit you in the head. And then you can just imagine if they knocked you out. Because anytime you make movement toward them, they're going to come at you and try to run at you. Watch what you're doing. You're basically like me. You have to sleep anyway. Let's see if we can get her hooked up. I got to tie this one to my pickup for sure. She is not a happy girl. Yeah, I had one, spotted one in that drop trap way over at my buddy's house. And I should have just caught him last night. But I kept thinking, well, maybe. Now you heifer, look at that. That gummit. Quit it. Quit it. Ah, darn it. Gosh darn it. Let me pull up a little. She got it all jacked up on there now. See if I can hold this trap so she don't do it again. These suckers are tough. Boy, I'll tell you what. They are tough. I'm gonna have to do the other side too. There you go. There you go, baby. Now, let's pull this in there around. You are not happy. I can tell. I have been around mad women before. And I get the point. Yeah, you are not happy. Okay, baby, come on. And she is a mad little woman. Mad little woman. All right, let me get my stuff out here. See if we can get her out without doing a catch and release on this one. She is upset. Better get this rod. Oh! You know, everybody tells me don't use box traps because you can't catch pig. Once you catch one, they won't come back. And I understand. There are some, I'm sure it does educate. But for the most part, if you ever stand around here and watch these, like in the evening, if one trips, it doesn't make a lot of noise, other than the pig acts stupid, you know, and trying to get out. But other than that, it really doesn't make a lot of noise or anything. And yes, pigs are very smart. Hanging on my darn strap. Dang it! Get off her. There we go. See if she'll go on up in there. There we go. Yeah, baby. Woo! Better shut that. I better shut the door. Yeah, better shut the door. She's mad. You are mad. Look at her swishing that old tail, boy. She is mad. They'll go to swishing that tail and chomping them teeth. No hair on their back goes to standing up. You're mad, ain't you, baby? Got a little cut on her nose there. She'll be all right. She'll be all right. She's tougher than I am. I can tell you that much right now. All right. Let me get this unhooked and we'll get set up on this other one. Sorry, trying to get my glove off. You know, guys, about the box trap deal. People have been telling me, you know, all along, you know, don't use box traps. But you know, they are good in certain applications because you don't always have the hole there. You know what I'm saying? Like these, there may be the group coming. They'd be all spread out all over this wheat field. You catch one here, most of those others don't even know what's going on. If you ever sit back and watch, like one evening, just watch, you know, you're set up on box traps. Yes, the perfect ideal scenario is to have one big trap, set it, they all come in and catch them all. But that can involve sometimes weeks of preparation, setting up, baiting, watching it. Some nights, sometimes you can get the whole group in one night. It just depends. But for me, I have to be moving all the time. I have to go here, there. Somebody calls, I got to be ready to go. Sometimes they only have a couple hogs. You just have to go look the situation over. You know, look at their yard, look at what they got, or their field, or whatever it is. Now, most of the time, if you got one pig, you've probably got 15 to 30 at least. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Just realistically. Let's go ahead and just set this thing real quick. That other one's going to be a mess. I think it's he or she or whatever has already chewed the string, all the pieces over there, I think. Maybe not. Hopefully they just jerked it off of the holder. You see, I like to set mine. You keep thinking, I got this wire there, and I tie one end to the trap, and this other end, I use to tie my pulley to the trap. I'll just hook it on there, make a light wrap where they can kick it loose. That way, if it's tied up too tight here, they will either break the pulley or they'll break your string. This way, most of the time, not all the time, just like this one we're fixed to look at, it's probably chewed up, but most of the time they'll just kick that loose and it'll be loose, so they won't be fighting as much. Let's see, I kind of need to move this back over here. I try to keep them approximately on the same pile because that's where the corn and where all of the scent is at, where all their smell and poo and all that is at. So I think it helps attract the other hogs in there. Maybe not, I don't know. And like I said, I'm not knocking the big trap deal. I sure ain't. I got big traps and I love them. You can catch a lot of pigs, but also at the same time, the bigger the trap, the harder it is to get them out. They can do more damage to themselves into your trap because they have a longer distance to run and get that body momentum and hit that trap. And if they hurt themselves, I can't sell them. So, and we sell them to hunting ranches. These all are going to die. These are not turned out into the wild. I can't stress that enough. It's against the law. The state is really strict on this stuff. I have to have permits to transport them off this property to my property and from my property to that property. And it can only be unloaded into a state licensed pen or facility, either like a hunting ranch or butcher type situation. Like they have this big meat deal out of Texas, and I think it's the same deal they have now set up down here to accept them for Texas, but I'm not sure about that. But anyway, let's get over here and get set up on this old boy or girl. Let's see what we got over here. What are you doing there, buddy? That's a big female also. That's a big girl also. All right. Let me try to turn this a little bit because I don't want to be in his wheat field. You got this little handle here. There we go. I'll try to stay off his wheat. They are right up on top of this hill. There's like a, oh my gosh, quarter or half section, something like that, of wheat, and they're cutting it down for hay today, or did actually yesterday, and they're probably going to cut this for hay, I would imagine, because it's just destroyed from the pigs, and also they have had cows in here, so they keep the top seed off too. But you can just tell here, it's just dirt where the hogs come in. They come in right here behind my pickup, and that's why we've been catching them right here. And there's also a corner down there, but I didn't want to get down there because it gets muddy. And but there's a good trail coming in that corner, and also I didn't want to drive on his wheat no more than I have to. Not that it's going to really hurt it, but I just want to be respectful of that. So anyway, guys, let me get over here and get set up. I'm wasting too much time here, or doing too much talking probably. Let's set up on this side, maybe where the sun won't be in your face. See how this will look. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go, baby. You gonna cooperate? This one there is mean too. These are probably, this one's probably 130s, 140s maybe. Could be 150, but I'm thinking 130s. I don't know. I need to get my scale fixed, and then we can have a contest. See who gets closest, huh? How about that? Okay, y'all probably seen this before, but we set this have this panel right here to fill the gap for my loading ramp, so they can't come out beside it. Hopefully, hopefully. All right, get my straps here. Had a couple people ask me about these straps. Try to show you here in just a second. This is I don't know if you can see. Let me see if we can see. I don't know if you can read that. It's called a rope ratchet. You just pull them like that, and they lock in, and it's super easy. You ain't got to worry about your straps being flat and lined up or twisted, especially at night. For me, I can just hook them on there, pull, and go. And then you just have this little release right here, this little handle that comes down, and you just pull it. And it's super simple. If you get too tight, you can pull on the tighten part a little bit, and then release your latch, and it's super easy. These things, I've had these for maybe 2 years now. I'm not sure. And if it goes bad, you can just put another piece of rope in there. It doesn't have to be their rope. I mean, it's, I believe this is a 3/8. That's what I've been telling people. Yes, it's a 3/8. It'll say right there on the side, 3/8. I would go with a 3/8 or even a half, but the halves are quite a bit higher, but I wouldn't go with the little one. I had some little ones that I bought like at a lumberyard or something somewhere, and the hooks and stuff just wasn't strong enough, and the rope, it was just little bitty. But this is all plastic, but man, you talk about tough. I mean, you've probably seen me drive and take off and drag a trap. And you can tie down anything with them. And I think they come in like 10, 15 foot lengths, something like that, maybe longer. But anyway, like I say, you can put any length of rope you want in there. It just ties on this other hook, you know, however you want to tie it on there. Actually, it doesn't, I don't think these even come on the rope when you get it. It's all just separate pieces. But I would go with the original one. I think it's the rope ratchet, and they work really awesome. I mean, they're not super cheap, but they're not super high either. I can't remember what I gave for these. I got to figure out how to do the links and all that kind of stuff. But just look up rope ratchet, you know, and you can look on Amazon or wherever you buy your stuff. But the only place I can find them is online. I can't find any stores around here that carry them, like Lumberyard. I mean, like Home Depot and that stuff. I can't find anybody that actually carries this size and the rope ratchet in this size or whatever. Anyway, that's kind of the deal on my rope ratchet. I know you're wanting out of there, baby. We'll get you out of there. We'll get you out of there. Let's get you out of there. Again, I just love these things. They are so handy. I better tighten that. Okay. It's been knocking stuff around a little. All right, let's see. They're going to have a fight. Probably not getting fight like a couple old boars or something. They may not. I don't know. I don't know why they all fight. You can catch them. They're all out of the same group, and they'll fight like they ain't never even seen each other, you know. And I got to watch this trap because it's so short right here. This other sow, if she turns around, she can come over the top. So I can't let her out. So it's kind of a tricky situation sometimes. Yes, baby, I know. I'm getting you out of there. Okay. Now, this one here, she's ready to fight. She's ready to fight me or anybody. Hey, turn around over here. There you go. Get away from this door. Now, if she'll just stay away from that door. If this one will. Hey, shh. Turn around here. That was lucky. I threw the whole door out of my truck, but they was too busy fighting each other to get out. To see if she'd come back out, she could have went over the top here and I lost her. So you just gotta watch that stuff and hurt. Be quick. Don't let them intimidate you to the point. I mean, you can be safe, but don't let them intimidate you to the point that you're too scared to fix whatever they just broke like that. They didn't really break it; it just comes out the top. And I probably should change that where it can't do that. But anyway, they were too busy fighting each other. That's kind of the way we are, isn't it? We're too busy fighting each other. Hold on, let me get around there where we're here. Pull up. It's kind of the way we are, though, isn't it? We're too busy fighting each other to get anything done. Like our goofy government. Even no matter what party you're with. I mean, aren't you sick and tired of them not doing nothing? You know what I'm saying? What are they up there drawing a check for? If I did my job like these people do their job, they'd have fired me a long time ago. Actually, I'd probably quit because I'd be too ashamed. Now there are some good ones, but man. Anyway, we got some nice hogs. Let's get these babies set up. Set back up. The pickups probably gonna be full of these old cow flies. Man, they're everywhere today. Or I don't know what you call them. That's what I'm calling them, I guess. Luckily, she didn't, I don't think she ate my rope up too bad. Oh, there it is. She just knocked the trigger off of it. And, okay, it's underneath there. Gosh darn. All right, let's see if I can lift this up. Get that out of there. There we go. All right. I think that one goes right here. Oh, no, it goes right here. No, it goes over here. I'll figure it out in a minute. I'm kind of slow. All right. This one, it kicked off. Yeah, it kicked off my wire separate from that. Oh, but darn. All right, let's get this hook back up. Now, another thing you could do on these traps, if you feel like you're just catching little hogs all the time, you can raise this string up a little bit to where the little pigs can go underneath it, and then they'll come in, and then when the big hog gets in there, you can catch them all. Does that make sense? Because if you have it too low, those little ones will just run right in there and trigger your trap every time, and that's all you're going to catch is little bitty ones. But if you raise that string up where they can go underneath it, unless they get in there and start fighting, you know, and messing around like that, as long as you do that and then get underneath it, then you'll usually catch the bigger ones. All right, let's throw a little corn in here. You know, I probably don't need to put much out front because most of these pigs know where these traps are, but I still will put a little because you never know if you got some newcomers or what's going on. Let's go ahead and put plenty in here. You want some in front of your string so that they'll come in and hang up and eat a little while, but then you also want some a little underneath and right behind your string where they have to go past it, because if they have to go past it, they got a lot more chance of getting tangled up in that string and tripping it. But these are just super simple traps. Just have a little arm there hanging the door on it with a rope going back to a pulley and across, and you can tighten and loosen that as you want to. In the mornings, you don't want it too tight, especially like today and tomorrow. It's supposed to get really hot tomorrow, I think in the 90s maybe. And it will, in the morning when you got heavy dew like the other last few mornings, it's almost like it rained. We've had so much dew. And that string will almost be laying on the ground. And if you tighten it up in the afternoon, it'll get hot and it'll shrink that string and it'll trip your trap. And then when anything comes around it tonight, it'll already be tripped. So you're probably not going to catch anything. So if you do it in the mornings, always leave it loose. Not super loose, but after you do it a while, you'll be able to judge how much it'll probably tighten up when the heat gets on it. Does that make sense? And then when the heat gets on it, there you go. It'll draw it up to the right length. They're hot, mad. Yes, they're mad. You know how? Oh, guys, let me get this phone off this little tripod thing here. I hope all that recorded. Had a little episode with my. I thought my microphone was dying on me, but I think I have to have it plugged into my phone, that part, and then it'll let this, because it just kept flashing the other day, so I thought it was dying on me. But I think it's just because I didn't have it plugged in so it could make connection. Anyway, let's go check these next traps down south. And then we gotta go way over east, about an hour over there to move another trap closer back to home. And I'll see you guys at that next